Hello everyone, Matt Chapman here at the beautiful Santa Anita Park racetrack, where on Friday and Saturday, Breeders' Cup 2023 will take place. Post position is everything. So let's head off to the draw. So here we are at the rather swish Pasadena Civic Auditorium. The draw is really important for every horse race. If you're going forward, you want to be drawn low. The likes of Morge and Algiers will be hoping for that low draw. But let's find out what they get.
On behalf of First Racing, Santa Anita Park, which is hosting the Breeders' Cup for the 11th time, we want to welcome all of you to Arcadia, Pasadena.
Well, we have legendary US trainer Bill Mott at the Breeders' Cup draw. Bill, in many ways, Cody's Wish is the horse that has resonated, I think, around the globe. You'll have been delighted with Cody's draw.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, I would have been satisfied with an outside post. He's not a real good horse inside the gate. He gets a little rambunctious, so hopefully he doesn't have to wait in there too long being in the three post. But, you know, other than that, as far as the way the race shapes up, I don't think that'll be a problem anymore.
Have you been in any way surprised just the emotion that is now built into this animal?
Well, I mean, it's a great story. And I mean, it's such a wonderful thing when you have a program like the Make-A-Wish Foundation and to have a young man that's, been confined to a wheelchair and had the problems that Cody Dorman has had, and then to meet this horse and then to have the horse, I believe, really give this young man so much hope and something to look forward to. I mean, I think part of it, the reason he lives now is because maybe Cody's Wish has given him some inspiration to keep going.
Well, Todd Pletcher's got a fascinating runner in the Breeders' Cup Turf and Up to the Mark. First of all, you happy with your draw? Relatively low.
Yeah, I'm happy with the draw. At 8 of 14, I wasn't too consumed with exactly where we would be, but pretty much in the middle to start with, and hopefully IRAD can work it out from there.
Extraordinary horse to beat Master of the Seas in the Keeneland-Coolmore Mile, then go up to a mile and a half. Why, Todd? Why are you doing this?
Well, his previous win prior to the Coolmore Mile was the Manhattan going a mile and a quarter on Belmont Day. Subsequently had 4 months off, so the mile seemed like a logical place to start back. It's won grade ones this year at a mile, mile and an eighth, mile and a quarter. We're going to get firm ground there on a, what should be a trip that plays a little bit shorter than a true mile and a half. We've got a lot of confidence in the horse, so you could argue maybe that the mile turf was a little bit easier, but at the same time, it's not an easy race, and we just felt like this was the best opportunity for him.
So the post position draw is done and dusted. And Aidan O'Brien was on an aeroplane during the draw, and he received the news as it was happening. He was delighted, absolutely delighted. Warm heart in 3, perfect. And in the Breeders' Cup Turf, August Roden surrounded by Bolshoi Ballet and Broom. They will provide some pace for the Derby winner from Epsom. We're all set for a fabulous Breeders' Cup.
And a confrontation of champions.
Ravens Pass and Frankie Dettori have won the Classic to the roar of the Santa Anita crowd.
Well, there's a nervous gap of 4 or 5 days between the draw and the Breeders' Cup races. Algiers is now out, but one horse who is in is Ushba Tesoro, with the Japanese trying to do here what they did in the Dubai World Cup.
Here comes Ushba Tesoro with a rush on the far outside. Algiers to catch. Ushba Tesoro gains in, goes by. Ushba Tesoro hits the front. Ushba Tesoro wins the Dubai World Cup for Japan.
そうですね、ブリーダーズカップクラシックっていうのはやっぱり世界的にも有名な伝統ある競争の、 ね、馬を出走させることができるっていうことで非常にワクワクしてますし、まあ期待の持てる馬で挑めるってこともすごく楽しみだと思ってますので、楽しみたいなと思ってます。そうですね、馬もリラックスしてこの環境に慣れて調教はできてるかなと思ってます。そうですね、コンディションどう上げてきたか、そうですね、ちょっとやんちゃな部分もあってそこを矯正しながら、そして体の弱い部分というか、そこがだいぶ5歳あたりで良くなってきたのかなっていうところですけど、そこの今度はコンディションはいろいろな、企業秘密ということではい。やっぱりすごいこういう馬に巡り会えたことは幸運だと思いますし、すごく幸せなことだと思ってます。
Well, two chances, of course, are always better than one. It's not all about Ushba Tesoro for Japan. They've also got Derma Sotogake, the UAE Derby winner, and he's a horse who's ridden by a man who knows all about fast equine beasts.
Hi everybody, I'm Christophe Lemaire. I will ride Derma Sotogake in the Breeders' Cup Classic. I won Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf here a long time ago.
And away they go. Now here comes Float Tiller in the light blue. Float Tiller is absolutely flying. Watch the chances in there too. But Float Tiller has gone right on by. And Float Tiller is coming home to score. Float Tiller has won it just about.
I rode him this morning and he gave me a very good feeling. It was an easy gallop, but the horse feels confident, very good shape. He has the experience of American tracks, so I think it will be a good point for him. And of course, it's the Breeders' Cup Classic. It's a very hard race to win against the locals. We are confident, and we hope he'll run a good race. Yeah, this year there will be 9 Japanese horses or 8 Japanese horses running the Breeders' Cup. You know, Breeders' Cup is part of the important worldwide horse racing. So as horse racing fans, the Japanese consider very much the Breeders' Cup, especially the Breeders' Cup Classic, which is the best race of the weekend. They will have a lot of interest and they will follow the Japanese contenders. It's going to be a big show.
So what we want to find out is Breeders' Cup champions, like this girl, Zenyatta. Remember her from Off the Pace in the Classic? Absolutely brilliant. So here are some of the key fields and players. So let's start with the Breeders' Cup Classic, the biggest one of them all. Can Bob Baffert get back in the big time with Arabian Night, or can White Abarrio win? The Whitney winner was certainly impressive last time. And then let's have a look at the Breeders' Cup Turf. It's fantastic to have a Derby hero, Auguste Rodin, here, but he faces stern opposition from the Juddmonte International hero, Mostadaf. And then there's Ernesto, who was staying on third behind Ace Impact in the Arc. The Breeders' Cup Mile might be dominated by a filly in Morge. She won the 1,000 guineas at Newmarket, but there are plenty there to take her on. In the Breeders' Cup Distaff, there's Idiomatic and Pretty Mischievous. Idiomatic is looking for a 5th success in a row, whereas Pretty Mischievous, of course, won the Kentucky Oaks. And then the filly and mare Turf. This could be the race of the night. Warm Heart was brilliant in the Yorkshire Oaks and the Vermeil in France. And then there's Inspiral, a wonder filly who steps up in distance from a mile under Lanfranco di Torre. It promises to be a great Breeders' Cup. So we've just seen the beautiful Zenyatta, and here is another hero, John Henry, And that's what the Breeders' Cup is all about, creating horses that make their mark around the globe. You can still come to this great spectacle. Tickets are available at breederscup.com. And if you can't actually make it to Santa Anita Park, then make sure you tune in on TV somewhere to the World Championships of Horse Racing here at the Breeders' Cup.